Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. We sure love when you guys come on. And thank you for all your support over the years. We're much appreciated. I know I tell you that, but I mean it. And I want to tell you more and more and more and more. And Brahim, your numero uno today. Sandy from Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Good morning. Kevin, Oshawa, Lori Lee, Ventura, California. Fran, Orangeville. Elena, how are you? Chantal, Ottawa. Rosalinda, Niagara Falls. Wendy from Markham. Nick from our staff. John, how are you? From Sheridan, Wyoming. Mary, Norwich. Thea, Saskatchewan. Betty Lynn from Brantford. And I'm going to say that was Nina. And no, Donna, here we go. Debbie. Bruno, how are you? And John from Elgin, Illinois. Yeah, very hot. We've been hot here too in Northern Ontario. Marianne. And Linda, Pennsylvania. Dave from Muskoka. And Luella. And Bonnie. And Milika from Stouffville. Sandra from Aurelia. Sue, how are you? From Bolton. Jocelyn from Baxter. Veronica, good morning. And Jeanette. And Nellie. And Kerry, Nebraska. Sandy, Chilliwack, British Columbia. Donna, how are you? David, Ridgeway. And Star, Richmond Hill, Ontario. Nativity. And Jeanette. And Wanda from Virginia. Gloria from New York. Kathy, I didn't mean to miss you, Kath. Lori from Alberta, good morning. I heard you guys got some snow out there. Francis, Marl, Ottawa. Jude, Troy, New York. Hey, Jude. Carol, Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. Vince. And I think, I can't see it. Sherry, Mississauga. When it gets up in there, there's Norma. Sharon from Kansas. Couple of more, guys. Anita, good morning. And Judy, New Brunswick. Elaine, good morning. Douglas, Tina, and Fran from Val Karen. Nina, good morning to you. Yolande, I was waiting on you, Yolande. And Brahim says I missed Andrea. I did? Gary, John, good morning to you. Okay, guys. Patricia from Chantal, Sudbury, Susan. And Diane from Thunder Bay. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming on. Sylvie from Sault Ste. Marie. Nancy says I missed her. Guys, when I miss you, it's because, Rosa, how are you? You go up into the clouds, and I don't see you. Jeanette from our staff and Carrie. Now, guys, let me bring this out, okay? You know what I'm showing you here? Because I get asked about this. After, I think about a year and a half, okay? What do we see here? Okay? What do we see? The Martin Clinic Multi-Nutrient, formerly Blood Boost. Same product. Okay. People are asking me, Dr. Martin, I can't read the label. Yeah, neither can I. Okay? But, okay, let me just tell you, it's not the same in the United States as it is in Canada. In Canada, you have label rules. Okay? Just the way it is. And there's no getting around it. You have to put everything that's in there. Everything. And to do that, we'd have to have 5 labels. But we can only have 1. So what do? You put all that writing on there. And I know it drives some of you crazy. What can I tell you? The best thing, if you want to read every ingredient on there, is go on our website and you can magnify the label on our website. Okay? To look at it. So that's one of the questions. Why, Dr. Martin? Why can't I read the label? Well, it's not just you. It's everybody having trouble reading the label, because when you look at this product, there's nothing like it, okay, in terms of the amount of nutrients that are in there. Now, second question, okay? Dr. Martin, why do you have calcium? You don't like calcium as a supplement. Guys, this is real. Look, we have to label it as a supplement, but this really is a food. Okay? It's a food. It's like eating 10 steaks at one meal. And in steak, you got calcium. Okay? You have calcium. You have calcium in eggs. You have calcium in meat. You have calcium in cheese and dairy. Everything's in here, guys. Okay? Everything. It's by design. And of course, we have vitamin K2 in here too. Okay? All I'm saying is, I know, and I'm glad you asked. I am, because you guys, I want you to ask questions. I want that. Dr. Martin. Oh. No, it's all right. I mean it, okay? I mean it. I want you to ask questions. You read the label, if you can read it, and you go, oh, there's calcium citrate in there. Yeah. Okay? It's not meant to be a supplement. It's steak on steroids. Okay? Everything that you could eat in 10 steaks is in there. Okay? That's why it is what it is. It can, look, it's not, I don't want to say the reason I brought this product out when I was in practice, my son and I analyzed blood work for how many years? I would see, especially live blood, where I would look at red blood cells and I'd look at, people were like Casper the Ghost. They were walking around, nobody told them, but they were very deficient. It was within normal limits, but their red count was low. Their red blood cells were too large, meaning weren't carrying enough oxygen. People were walking around sucking for air. People walking around exhausted all the time. No product like it. And it took me 1.5 years to get this thing back into circulation. Okay. Yeah, the suggested dosage is 1 tablespoon. Okay, I think John is answering. Okay? Used to be called blood boost. And why the name change? The government. Okay? The government. That's why. We had no choice in the matter. And if we wanted it back, You follow the rules. Okay? It's just the way it is, guys. And, I'll give you another thing in there because there's cyanocobalamin, okay, B12 there. You know what it takes to change that with the government? You want to wait another 2 years? We thought about it. Said, no, we don't want that. Can't change anything. And by the way, when you get a B12 shot, I'll ask you a question because a lot of people come at me and say, look, I don't mind you asking questions. Dr. Martin, don't you know? I know. I learned about B12 in 1970. Okay? It's not like I don't know anything about B12. For years and years and years, I talked about B12. Missing in action is B12 because most people don't get enough. Now, the best is the methylcobalamin. I know that. Okay? But when you get a B12 shot, what do they put in there? Cyanocobalamin. Look, it's not the best form, but that's what they use. And for us to change that, good luck, unless we wait another couple of years. So guys, that's us, okay? That's us. And if you find something better than that, well, good for you. I haven't seen it yet. Okay? In terms of, in a liquid form, building blood, all the cofactors, all the nutrients in there. Like I said, it's like sitting down and getting 10 steaks or liver all in one shot. All of it. Okay? So people were asking, if you have any other questions about it, okay, if you have any other questions about it, ask the questions. But, sometimes, guys, it's just the way it is in Canada. Our hands are tied. Okay? It's the way it is. Is it going to change? We're just hoping it's not going to get worse. Okay. Thank you, guys, for the questions. Okay? Now, I don't know what, someone just said something. Okay. When is inflammation formula coming back? Okay. Soon, I hope. Okay. And Fran said, do you have to take it with food? Nah. You don't have to take it with food. Okay. If you have any other questions, I was trying to read some of my scrolls here about the product. You can ask the question. Okay? Anyway. What? I don't know. I didn't ask. I couldn't see it. I tried. I take a picture of the ingredient, blow it up. Donna says, yeah. Or you can go on our website, martinclinic.com, and look at it. Please answer the other questions in the group. What the heck are you talking about? What questions? Sue. Ken. What? Take it on an empty stomach. It don't matter, guys, whether you take it on an empty stomach. If you do, good for you. If you don't, good for you. It don't matter. Fran takes it with her smoothie. There's vitamin E in it. A lot of great brain power. Yeah, look, you want to see the reviews on that product? It's unbelievable. And people wanted to choke me. Okay? They wanted to choke me because we couldn't get it. Little swig, yeah. Okay, anyway. Guys. Okay, yesterday, what did we do? Let's continue on, okay? And I'll come on here after and try and answer some of those questions, okay? Lori Lee, what about Navitol? I take it. And I take my Navitol at the same time. And would like to question and answer Friday. You mean I got to do it again? Okay. I'll try and answer some of those questions as we go through. Okay. Let's finish this up. 50 years ago, what we didn't have. Okay? And we talked about this yesterday. What we didn't have 50 years ago was fatty liver. Never even heard of it 50 years ago, guys. Imagine. We have a new condition. We have fatty liver. Why? We overstuff the liver and we undernourish our gut. We undernourish the gut because of the foods that we eat. Guys, when you look at what we eat, our processed foods, what did I read the other day? Something like 70% of the food that is eaten in North America is processed. People live on it. And guys, what that does is it stuffs up your liver and it undernourishes the body. Overfed and undernourished. And that creates a hazard. It creates a major problem in our bodies. And the first thing that happens is fatty liver, not diabetes. Diabetes is down the road, where you actually get diagnosed with diabetes. One of the first things that happens is that people get a fatty liver and they have no idea that they have it. The liver is stuffed up the Costco parking lot, and we talked about that yesterday. And connected to that is diabetes. Let me read something that I was reading this yesterday. A systematic review in 2018 reported that in 2018, a systematic review, meaning that a review of many studies, reported that sugary drinks are linked to chronic inflammation. And what they did is they measured people's CRP, C-reactive protein. Guys, when you see your doctors and they're going to do blood work on you, get my book, Sun, Steak, and Steel, and I have a chapter in there on blood work. Guys, what a resource that is. Use that resource, because those are the blood tests that will give you the best indication. Because most people, look, you didn't go to medical school. And blood tests are essential. And you should be able to, with this resource, read your own blood work and what it means. You can look at it and what it means. And people are so confused. You get blood work back from a lab. Okay, a lot of people get their blood work back from labs, and they read it and they go, man, that's all Greek to me. And I get that. Medicine has done a wonderful job in keeping people in the dark. It was actually done on purpose. They don't want anything simple. Where do you think Latin came from? Like, who the heck talks Latin anymore. I remember the nuns in my high school telling me in high school, you can never go to medical school unless you study Latin. We were the only school in town that, I'm talking in the 1960s. We were the only high school, as far as I can remember at least, that was still teaching Latin. I hated Latin. Okay? Because I'm thinking, when am I ever going to use that? Okay? When am I ever going to use that? And anyway, and you get into medicine, you never used it. I mean, all the words were Latin, but you had to memorize it anyways. It never made any sense to you. Like you're looking at a muscle, latissimus dorsi. Why don't they just say a muscle in your back? Latissimus dorsi. Okay? Your gastrocnemius. Okay? It's all Greek to me. Okay? But you had to memorize this stuff. Okay? You had no choice. But, what do you think Latin was used for? To keep the masses ignorant. Okay? I was talking to someone the other day and they said, yeah, my doctor's still like that. They don't want you to ask any questions. They get insulted when you ask them a question. What? You know what the word doctor means? Teacher. Teach me. Oh. Anyways, guys. Anyways. Okay. A systematic review. In 2018, one of the biggest contributors to inflammation, CRP, was sugary drinks. You know what's beautiful about the reset? One of the things that is beautiful about every day, guys, every day I've got to answer questions on the reset. Every day. That's all right. Ask questions. Some people, they're disappointed in the reset. Okay? They're disappointed. What they don't realize is what the aim of the reset was about. Okay? And one of the factors, when you're not drinking sugary drinks, no more sugary drinks. Okay? Obviously, if you're on the reset, you're not going to be drinking any sugary drinks. You know, for some people that don't mean too much because they didn't drink sugary drinks, but for a lot of people, that's a big issue. And I'd say no more sugary drinks. No more sugar in your coffee, even. No more sugar. You got to cut the sugar out. I never said it was going to be easy, but I know what I'm up to here. And I'm trying to create changes in your body. And guys, when I was in practice, I was a motivator. Now listen to me. I would tell my patients, now listen, Linda, Larry, listen to me for a minute. No sugary drinks. No fructose from drinking it. Okay? You can have some fruits. God meant you to eat fruits, not drink fruits. God's invention was not orange juice. Okay? Oranges, yes, but not orange juice. Because that's a sugary fructose that goes in nanoseconds at the speed of light to your liver and fattens up the liver. I never recommend that. No sugary drinks whatsoever. So if you do nothing else on the reset, okay? And I knew this, but these studies are showing it. If you do nothing else, you just cut out sugary drinks. You know how many people, okay, maybe it's not quite as bad today. Oh, doc, I only have one Pepsi a day. Okay? I only have one. I cut back now. I'm only drinking one Pepsi a day or one Coke a day. I said, you got 14 teaspoons of high fructose corn syrup in that one Pepsi a day. That is going right to your liver. CRP, C-reactive protein, okay? The measurement of inflammation. There's a few others. I like CRP. I've always liked CRP as a real good indicator. And anything above 0 on CRP is a negative reading. Means you have inflammation in the body. Some people, they got real high inflammation, but what happens? And this systematic review showed it. When you cut out the sugary drinks, including orange juice and apple juice. Oh, Dr. Martin, it's Tropicana. I don't care. I used to tell my patients. You're creating a fatty liver. You are elevating your CRP, inflammation markers. Inflammation is on your side if you have an infection. Inflammation is on your side if you have an injury. Inflammation is not on your side. If you're creating inflammation by your food, it becomes chronic. By your drink, by your drinking. And I used to get people into real good habits. I meet people today, okay, that I saw in my practice 40 years ago. They remember me. I don't remember them so much, okay? I'm pretty good at remembering people, but, and they go, Dr. Martin, do you know what you did? Nope. Tell me. You got me off soda. I did? Yeah, you did. I stopped when you told me to stop drinking soda. Stop drinking sugar. Dr. Martin, you told me that I would get used to it not having sugar in my coffee. And you said to me 40 years ago, suck it up, buttercup. I said that? In my office? To you? Yes, you told me, suck it up, buttercup. Any change you make for the good is always difficult. Not easy to make changes. That's why the reset is a 30-day program. Tens of thousands, more than that, have done it. And the 5-star reviews on the reset are unreal. Because, guys, I didn't just make that up for no reason. I knew how to empty your liver. And for many, it was changing the way they drank. I said, look, you know what's good for you to drink? Water. Yeah. Tens of thousands of patients over the years. Drink water. You'll get used to it. And men were the worst. I don't like water. I think it's got no taste to it. I don't like it. I said, suck it up, buttercup. You're dehydrated. You're dry as a prune. Your blood is as thick as molasses. Your blood is a river of life, and the river needs movement. The river needs flowing water. Your blood should be flowing, and yours is like it's flowing all right, like molasses. You're going to have a heart attack. I was pretty blunt. And the other thing I used to tell them, you'll get used to it. I promise. And then you will find out how thirsty you really are. Your body will, once you change a habit, your body will start talking to you. And hopefully you'll listen. You are dehydrated. Drink water. That's why I called it vitamin W. I said in 30 days, 21 to be exact, in 3 weeks, you'll understand why I said what I said. And then I said, okay, there's water. And the other thing I want you to drink, it'll save your life. It will save your life. I want you to drink something. It's called coffee. And people, they would start crying. They were so happy. What? My doctor said that drinking coffee is bad because coffee is acidic. Dr. Martin, didn't you know? And coffee's no good for you because it takes out, it makes you dehydrated, and it takes out all your minerals and all your vitamins. And I used to look at my patients and I said, nah, you're wrong. For 50 years, ask anybody that ever came into my office. Coffee is good for you. And now, finally, all the research is saying exactly that. Nothing better for your liver is to cut out sugar, don't stuff it up, and drink coffee. Coffee is one of the best things you can do for your liver. Did you know that? Yeah. So I used to get my patients, you're going to start drinking water, and you can continue to drink coffee, except no sugar. Oh, come on. I said, you'll get used to that too. You'll form a habit too. And then I see them, I see them in the grocery store or whatever. They came back for a follow-up visit. Dr. Martin, can I give you a hug, Dr. Martin? Can I give you a hug? Yeah, okay. I'm a huggy type of guy. I'm very touchy and feely. I'm a big teddy bear. Come, give me a hug, to give me a hug. Dr. Martin, I love coffee without sugar in it. I got used to it. And I'm drinking water. I drink 2 liters a day. and I drink coffee. Wonderful. Somebody's asking, does it have to be black? No, you can put cream in it, not milk. Cream. Okay? Better black, but you can put cream in it. And don't put nothing artificial in there. Okay? You'll get used to it. God's given you a gift, and it's called coffee. And take it and enjoy it. And you teetotalers out there, okay? Because I always hear from you, okay? Well, what about tea? Well, what about it? When everybody else was telling people to drink tea and not coffee, I was telling people the opposite. But for you teetotalers, you can have some tea. It's not near as good as coffee is for you, though. Okay? It isn't. Okay. I get on these rants, don't I? Guys, we love you dearly. We really, really do. Okay? And, okay, so if you have any questions about the multi-nutrient, fire up. You know what, guys? Tomorrow, I'm just going to tell this live, and then I'll tell my girls after, because I'm going to take a day off tomorrow. So we're not going to have question and answer Friday. We're going to do it on Monday and maybe Tuesday too. Traveling tomorrow. Last minute plans. Okay? So just for our ones that watch us live, I wanted to tell you that now. Okay? Guys, we love you. We'll talk to you soon.